Hi guys, welcome to my fitness vlog. Welcome to Sunday post run. It looks like I timed it well because it's just started raining. But anyway, yes, countdown I guess has kind of officially started for my, well it started when I got my date for my surgery, but it's kind of like there's 2 weeks left, 2 full weeks left before I go in for my op. I can't remember how many days exactly it is. I think it's like 19 days. Yeah, 19 days, I think, or 18. 19 or 18 days until I go for my op. But yeah, it's 2 full weeks left. So yeah, I'm trying to keep up with my running as much as possible. I have to say today, I think was my best run yet. For one thing, it was under 30 minutes. It was like 29 minutes, 17 seconds, I think, for a 4K run, which is very good for me. I'm still stopping every so often, but stopping less, definitely. I think it's helped that I've had that 3-day sort of break, obviously where I run Sunday, Tuesday, Thursdays. So obviously last time I ran was Thursday, so it's given me a nice break. I think when I do a Tuesday and a Thursday run, I haven't had as long a break, so my legs are still kind of tired. So, but we'll see going forward, although you'll see it, I'll get like to like my peak literally on my last run. I'll do like a really good run on my last run before the operation, and then I won't be able to run for like 2 months. So, so annoying. But anyway, so yes, I was really happy with my run today. Perfect weather for it because it's just cloudy and cold and lovely. So I'm really sweating though. Like I said, I've worked up a sweat. Forgot my water, so I've not been able to drink water. But I've been having, before I do my run, I've been having a rehydration tablet in like half a litre of water, and I've been down in that before I come on my run. So I know I've actually had a decent amount of water before I've left, and I've sort of had some nice electrolytes and good stuff to keep me going for the run. So I think that's a habit I'm actually gonna keep up sort of going forward, sort of indefinitely sort of thing, even when I'm back to normal after my operation. But yes, so I can't remember if I said in my last video, but basically this Wednesday I am having like my pre-op consultation. So basically I'm going to go to the hospital where I'm having the surgery. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if it's like they're doing a bunch of tests or what, I don't know, or if it's just about me sort of making sure I'm happy with what they're actually going to do to me. I don't know. But yeah, so originally it was going to be this Thursday, but then I had a phone call asking, because the surgeon wanted to meet me, because where I've only ever had a video call with her and she's only ever had photos of like what she's going to be working on, I think she wants to sort of meet properly and sort of go from there. But it has to be when she's in the hospital. So she wasn't going to be in the hospital this Thursday, and originally she said about the 28th, which is 2 days before my operation, but we're not actually free that day, so we wouldn't be able to do both the pre-op consultation and meeting her on that day. So what we've basically done is moved when I would have the pre-op consultation from this Thursday a day forward, and it means that I get to meet her as well. So I'll be having that on Wednesday, so obviously I'll let you guys know what happens with that. Yeah, so that's it. So I've been taking my vitamins that they sent through. So I'm taking that every morning pre-breakfast. I think from next week I have to take one pre-breakfast and then a tablet and a powder after lunch, I think. I now have to order the bio oil and the creams and stuff for the scars to make sure they heal up as best as possible. I have to order them in the next week or so to make sure they arrive before the op, so they're ready for me to start taking afterwards. And I still need to order my Bodies thing. Like I have to order 2 of them with like inserts and stuff to obviously make sure everything stays in place while I heal. And I'm going to order a little tray that I'm going to have across me during the day, so I can like do work on my laptop and eat off of it and different things like that. So yeah, I need to order that. So I think that's going to be the order of things for this week. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty normal week. I might be taking Bubs to the Imperial War Museum tomorrow, because obviously it's Remembrance Sunday today. So we probably won't be going out today. 1, because it's raining, and 2, we didn't time our shopping very well. So it means that at the time that the memorial service will be going on is when we receive our shopping. So it might be that I get my husband to take Bubs with him and they go, because we have sort of memorial park where they're holding a service, so I might get my husband to take him if it's not raining, and then I wait in and get the shopping. We also have one of Bub's besties' birthday parties today, so yeah, we have that as well. But yeah, tomorrow I'm thinking of taking him to the Imperial War Museum, because I haven't been in years. I haven't been, I don't think, since I was like at school. And he's shown a lot of interest, obviously, in the wars recently. Like when we drove back from Italy, we got the ferry from Dunkirk, and we obviously told him about how Dunkirk is quite prominent in British history, especially like from the war. And whenever he thinks of the Second World War, he always thinks of my nans, because we always say, like, my dad's mum is known as Nanny Magnets because she always had a fridge full of magnets, and my mum's mum was Nanny Olive because that was her name. So we always talk about the fact that my dad's mum, Nanny Magnets, was evacuated to Wales. She lived on a farm in Wales as a kid. My mum's mum, Nanny Olive, actually lived through the Blitz. She was an East End war child who refused to leave her mum behind when all the other kids were being evacuated. So she actually lived through the Blitz. So we always got two sides of like how war was for kids at that time. So yeah, so he's always fascinated whenever we talk about the Second World War. And he was like, is that the one that Nanny Magnets and Nanny Olive were in? And we were like, yeah. So we talk to her about it. But yeah, with like the Dunkirk thing, we actually showed him the film Dunkirk, and he actually took quite a lot of it in. He was quite good with it. And then we obviously show him horrible histories, because we love horrible histories in this house. It's like it's just like law that you have to watch horrible histories. If you're going to talk about history, you talk about, or you use horrible histories as a reference. Also because obviously Ghost, my favourite TV series, it's the same actors, so it just sort of blends in. So yeah, so it's been quite prominent in sort of the household lately. So if we can't go to the memorial service, I think it would be quite nice for him to just watch a few videos. So we might do that today, get him to watch a few videos about it. And yeah, tomorrow I'm thinking I'm going to take him to the Imperial War Museum just so he can see things. I think he's definitely one of those kids that he does better if he can physically see something, and like not necessarily interact with it, like touch it and stuff, but just be able to see it in front of him rather than trying to imagine it. But I think that might just be a thing with kids at that age anyway. So yeah, so that's the plan for tomorrow. So that's going to be quite an active day. But because of like all the home ed stuff, we are quite active anyway. So you would think I'd be losing weight, but no. So yeah, it's quite frustrating. My main fear at the moment is just that they'll refuse to operate on me because I'm overweight. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping it's just a matter of they'll be like, well, if you want to lose more weight after you've had the operation, then you'll be left with saggy skin, which is your own fault, sort of thing. I'm hoping that's the only issue that they'll have with it, because then that's on me. So I read somewhere about the fact that you shouldn't worry about your weight too much as long as you're within 10 to 15 pounds of your goal weight. I'm 20 pounds within my goal weight. I mean, I would like to try and lose that 5 pounds before I go in for my op. Originally, I wanted to lose at least 10 pounds. Actually, originally I wanted to lose the 20 pounds, but that's not happened. Then I wanted to lose the 10 pounds again. That's not happened. I've not lost anything. So I would really, really like by the end of the month to at least lost the 5 pounds. So then I'm like 15 pounds away from where I'd like to be. Because obviously with the op, with like the lipo and stuff, they're gonna take away a couple of pounds anyway. So yeah, I just don't know. It's all sort of unknown. Hopefully I'll have a bit more clarification when I see them on Wednesday. But what I will do is I will weigh myself Wednesday morning as well to see if like the last weekend's, like yesterday's weigh-in was just a really shitty one. So we'll see. And I need to try and get more water in. That's the problem. I just feel like my water intake has been ridiculous. In fact, I've been having like dehydrated like headaches. I know I'm not drinking enough, but I just don't have time. I need to get back into a routine with Bubs, with like his home ed, like just get into a routine where I know I can like just take a drink with me and I can have a wee before I go anywhere. Because that's my main thing. It's just not knowing when I can go to the toilet and stuff. So but anyway, I feel like I've spoken enough. So yeah, I need to head back and have my shower and have breakfast and stuff. So I'll probably see you for Tuesday's run. So that would just be a regular thing. And then obviously Wednesday will be midweek weigh-in and also consultation. But I'll probably speak to you about that on the Thursday run, most likely. But anyway, I have to head off. So I will see you Tuesday.
just collect your family and quickly lead the way. Simply shout out, pop your uncle, and to them just say, pop, pop, get in your shelter, pop.
Hi guys, welcome to Tuesday's run. So it was nice weather, although it's quite warm today. It's surprisingly warm, I think because it's not as windy as it was on Sunday, and it's quite cloudy, but it was a really nice run in terms of just, yeah, being that bit cooler. Like the sun was all misty and stuff, so yeah, it was really, really nice. I really struggled though. I don't know, again, I think it's because I had a good run on Sunday. My legs don't feel like they've had a proper recovery from it all. So yeah, my legs were just not feeling it today. But I'm glad I got out because I was really struggling this morning. I was like, I really can't be bothered. But I pushed myself because, again, I just keep telling myself I'm going to be going like 2 months without running. I'm just going to be stuck in a bedroom for like 2 weeks. So I need to make the most of this and get out and really enjoy it. So I'm glad I did. I don't even know what my time was. It was that bad. So I've not even looked. But yeah, so that's that. So obviously I've got my both consultations tomorrow at the hospital, so I'll let you guys know on Thursday how that goes. And I just had my mum on the phone as well, yeah, just like saying, because obviously my parents are helping to pay for a bit of it. Obviously we'll be paying my parents back, but yeah, so it's been really helpful having them offer to pay for some of it, because then it just means we don't have to put it on a credit card or get like a high interest loan or whatever. So yeah, so I've just been on the phone to my mum about it. I definitely can tell with me that the nerves have started to kick in, like especially with like my husband watching the videos about like how recovery is like for a tummy tuck and stuff, just so he's prepared for how bad I'll be and what he needs to be doing and stuff. And I said he should probably send them to my mum. And my mum was like, well, yeah, we're going to be there for you because we know you're not going to be able to move much and blah, blah, blah. So it's just like, oh, just the reality of like someone said to me on my Discord yesterday about the fact that, oh, at least like you should be looking forward to it for the fact that you can actually be lazy for like a week. And it's like, yeah, I'm looking forward to being lazy, but it's the whole thing of the fact that I'm having to sort of have my stomach cut open and moved around for me to be able to be lazy. That's how I have to earn being lazy, is have an operation to cut my stomach open. So but yeah, it will be fine, hopefully. I also just said to my mum I was talking to my husband that what we're actually going to do is book a hotel the night before the operation, because I have to be at the hospital at like 7:15, like 6:30, 7:45 in the morning. And it would just be too stressful. Like, one, because we'd have to leave our house at 4 because it can take up to 2 hours to get there. I'm going to be like really, really stressed out. Then it's the whole thing of like, who's going to be there to look after our son? So my parents would have to stay overnight rather than getting them to come to our house at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And then my husband's stressing because they're not there or they're running late because they've like overslept or whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Bubs down to sleep on the 29th, like put him to bed. My parents will be there. They'll be sleeping obviously in our room. I'll make sure like all the sofa bed is set up for when I come back. And then yeah, me and my husband will go and stay in a hotel that's like half an hour drive from where the hospital is. So yeah, it just means everything's done and dusted then the day before. I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, so that's all sorted. My parents said it's perfectly fine. Obviously they can watch Bubs, so it means I won't see him for 2 nights. I think that'll be the longest I've ever been away from him. I think I've only ever been away from him for 1 night. That was when he stayed at my sister's the other week. So yeah, it should be interesting. But anyway, I need to head home because I need to have my shower and have my breakfast. It's not so much of a rush today because Bub's class today, because he interchanges every other week. So today he's got an arts and crafts one at 11:30. So it's not as early as the other one, but still need to get back and get ready for it. So like I said, I will do a weigh-in tomorrow. So next thing you'll see will be my weight midweek. And then yeah, I can give you a catch up on what's happening in terms of with the hospital and stuff. So see you tomorrow. Hi guys, welcome to Thursday post run. Also post pre-op assessment that I had yesterday. I don't want to be here for too long because I've got things to be doing, but I thought I'd kind of give you the gist of what happened yesterday. So pre-assessment was basically a lot of medical questions in terms of have I had a blood transfusion before, how many pregnancies have I had, have I ever shown any allergy to any sort of drugs or anything, or latex, and like different things like that. I had to do a swab for MRSA just to make sure I wasn't carrying any of the bacteria because I was staying overnight in hospital. And I also had to have a blood test. Blood test took 2 attempts because obviously, where, as you guys know, I am really atrocious at the moment for drinking water. So like trying to run around and get ready in the morning, all I'd had was a cup of tea before actually doing this blood test. And I could just feel as I was sat there, I was like, I'm really dehydrated. They're not going to be able to get any blood out of me. And I actually said that to nurse. I was like, I'm really sorry, but you're probably going to find it really difficult to get any blood out of me because I haven't had anything to drink this morning other than a cup of tea. So she was like, oh, okay. She was like, I'll at least try. And I was like, oh, you bitch. Should have stabbed me just to like tell me off for not drinking enough water. And like she said, yeah, I can't find anything. So I had to go away, drink a load of water for 10 minutes, and then someone else came and took the blood. I can't remember what she said she took 3 vials. I can't remember what she said there were 4, but I have to go back the Monday before my operation to have another blood test. And I think that one is to find my blood group so they know what blood group I am, just in case. So yeah, so that was basically the pre-assessment done. It took quite a while just because like I had to fill in the form as well and basically say have I ever had like any sort of like heart conditions. I'm trying to think what else there was, like have I ever had like any sort of issues like cancer and different things like that. So it was just like a small questionnaire as well I had to fill in. So that was done. Then she went through sort of the thing of me staying in hospital, what it would entail. They're not sure. That was another thing. That's why mine was a bit delayed, her actually seeing me, because they were still trying to figure out when I'm actually going to have the operation. Obviously, I'm having it on the 30th, but they don't know if it's going to be in the morning or in the afternoon, because apparently they do 2 in a day. And there's like later I spoke to the surgeon, like when I met with the surgeon, she actually gave me the explanation as to what's happened. And basically there's another woman who's older than me who's going to be having the same operation, but the surgeon likes to do the older patients in the morning because it gives them longer to recover. So she'll have it in the morning, then she'll stay overnight, and then she gets to leave the next morning. So it gives them more time for them to keep an eye on her to make sure she's okay. So she said she'd rather do my operation in the afternoon. Obviously really annoying because obviously I was told I was going to be going in or had to be there for 6:30, so we booked the hotel. But then when I was talking to my husband about it, I was kind of like, that probably actually works out better if we stay in the hotel anyway and I have the operation in the afternoon, because it means I get to have a nice sleep. I get to have a nice peaceful morning waking up. Then I get to have a nice Premier Inn breakfast. Like a full-on fry-up before I have to fast for several hours before the operation. Because if I'm to have the operation in the morning, I think it's like 11 a.m. the operation, I have to start fasting from 5:30 in the morning. And obviously I've gone from obviously all night, like sleeping all night, if I'm gonna sleep the night before the operation, but yeah, I would have gone like 8 hours sleep sort of thing. Then from 5:30, yeah, I'm gonna like be fasting even longer, so I'll probably be gone like more than 12 hours of not eating. So yeah, I think I'd prefer to have the operation in the afternoon, but I have to wait for them to come back to me because with this woman, apparently she's on holiday right before the operation, but they don't know when she's coming back. They're waiting for her to confirm her date that she's coming back. So they said if it's a couple of days, like if it's a day before the operation, then they'll move her to the afternoon to give her time to get ready, like to prepare for it. But if it's a couple of days, and they were like, well, yeah, we'll do her in the morning. So I've just got to wait for them to come back to me to confirm what's going on. So that's the only uncertainty that's kind of lying around at the moment. But yeah, so that was the other thing I was told. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that she actually advised me about. Other than the fact that she told me off for not drinking water. She was like, you need to be drinking lots of water before your operation. And also after. It's really important that you drink lots of water after the operation, because then otherwise you'll bloat and you won't heal properly. I'm just trying to think if there was anything else that she said. I don't think there was anything else that the nurse said. But then so after that, I then went and had my meeting with the surgeon, and she was lovely. She's really, really nice. And she, again, like she told me about the lady who's having the operation the same day as me. She was telling me about like the drains and stuff, because she asked if I had any questions, any worries or anything. I said the only worry I have is just I'm worried about the drains, because I'm a fidgety sleeper and I'm worried about pulling them out in my sleep, sort of thing. And she said, I highly doubt you will, because they are stitched quite tightly in, so you'd have to pull them really hard to pull them out. And she said, like, I'm going to have 2 drains, and she said she'll probably send me home with an extra bottle, just in case like one fills up quite quickly, and then I can sort of quickly put another one back on and change it. I have to email them every day to let them know how much fluid has been collected in the bottle, so then they can gauge when my drains can come out. Maximum they can stay in is 10 days, but she said they normally come out like 5 to 7 days. She also advised, because of the distance we had to travel, I think it took us an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes yesterday to get to the hospital. She said we should probably stay in a hotel, because obviously I'm staying in the hospital the night of the operation, so on the 30th of November. But then my husband was going to come and pick me up and take me home. And she's saying that I should actually try and book a hotel for the day after the operation and not go home straight away. She said because, one, you're still going to be like really groggy, really sort of probably in quite a bit of pain, really uncomfortable. You won't really want to be driving for 2 hours like to get home. And she said, and also the thing of like, then you have the issue of if there's like a leakage or something. She said she's never had any sort of issues where people have had to go back to the hospital. But she said, but it's just because she's never had it doesn't mean it's never going to happen. So she says she would feel happier if I was in a hotel. So then, like, and I did say, like, we're staying in a hotel 15 minutes away the night before. So she said, yeah, if you can get another night there, she said that would be perfect. And if you do have any issues, you can come back to the hospital and we can look at it. So yeah, so we've now booked so we're staying overnight on the 29th. I'm obviously in hospital overnight on the 30th. And then the 1st of December we'll be in a hotel. So I won't see Bubs for 3 nights, but I've told my mum and everything, and she said it's perfectly fine. They'll keep an eye on him. So then yeah, so that was that. And then she said she wanted to properly look at my stomach, because she hasn't had the opportunity to look at it because obviously I just spoke to her over the phone, like, well, on a video call, and I'd sent her pictures of my stomach, so it meant she wasn't really able to have a proper look or like feel and stuff. So she pointed at all the different areas where I'm going to have lipo. So it's basically all over. So it's like on the sides here, on my sides by my ribs, on the top of my stomach. So like here, she was talking about it, and I think on my hips as well. So it's basically all over, all over lipo. And literally, she just started touching my belly. She touched my belly by my belly button, and she was like, "Oh, you got a hernia," and I was like, really? No one has ever said about me having a hernia. Like, nothing's ever been said about it. But I do wonder, like, as I was thinking about it, because I was kind of like, no one's ever told me that I've had a hernia, and like it's nothing's changed for me in terms of like how I feel or anything. And then she was warning me about the fact that she can't actually do anything about it. She said, because she's a cosmetic surgeon, not a medical surgeon. So she says, so she can stitch it up with permanent stitches, and hopefully that will do like whatever. But it might have to be that I have to like sort of go through the NHS in like further down the line. But like she can put permanent stitches on it, sort of thing. So there was that. But yeah, I was thinking about it, and I was kind of like, I do wonder, because I think I can't remember if I said in a video to you guys, where I'm pretty sure I did like a class, and then I felt like really like I had a stitch at the top of my stomach. So I do wonder if that was like I did a pole class and I pulled something and caused myself to have a hernia. But I've not had any issues with it since. So yeah, hopefully it's just like a slight one. I don't know how these things work. But yeah, she said it's an umbilical hernia, I think that's what she said. Because she said, oh yeah, you can tell you got a hernia. Look, if you can feel like there's a hole there. And like, yeah, and I put my finger in like my belly button, and I was like, oh yeah, But yeah, she said, oh, I think it's an umbilical hernia. I still haven't looked it up. I thought about it like 1 o'clock this morning, and then I woke up this morning and forgot to look it up. So I need to look it up, the whole thing about an umbilical hernia. But anyway, yes, so there was that she said about like my belly button, and she said, oh yeah, I can tell you've had a piercing. I was like, yeah, it got infected and fell out, but that was like 20 years ago. So she was like, oh, okay. And then she got me to lie down on the bed, and then she did the sort of the test that they do whenever you're looking for diastasis recti, which is obviously you lay there, she sticks her fingers right in between your abs, which is super uncomfortable. Then she gets you to lift your head and your shoulders, because that's when obviously the gap is at its biggest, because that's when your ab muscles should be engaged. And yeah, she was like, yeah, you have a very big gap there. So that was good to know. And then she looked and she was like, oh, you've got 2 tattoos. Well, they'll go unless you want to keep them, because I've got 2 tattoos on my, like, just above my hips or just above my pelvic region. And I got them, I think they were my 2nd and 3rd tattoos. I had, my first one was the fairy I've got on my shoulder, and then I think I had those 2, and they cost me like £10 each. So I'm not that fussed. I am sad to see them go, because obviously they're a part of my growing up, like when I was at university and I was like just coming out of my shell sort of thing. But needs must, and I'm not making it really awkward for her to have to figure out how she's going to cut the skin in order for me to keep these tattoos that I'm not that fussed about. Like I said, it cost me 20 quid in total. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about it. So yeah, and then she said, because I've got a mole sort of like here, and she said like that will be lower down on your body, because where obviously they pull the skin down like quite low, quite tight. So so she said, so that will be down there. So I was like, oh, okay. And yeah, that was it. That was pretty much it, just going through everything and her just testing, and she made like a diagram of my stomach, and she said about like I've got stretch marks on my hips, like on my waist, and she said like I won't be able to do anything about that. And I'm like, really not fussed about stretch marks. I'm just wanting my abs back. I wanted to have like a decent functional back and functional core, and just not having that apron anymore. So I feel a lot better than I did since having that. I think I'm just like eager to just get there and get it over and done with now, and just get on with the recovery. I've been watching quite a few YouTube videos about it now, which has helped. I think before I was watching like stuff about like the doctors talking about what happens, and that just didn't help at all. That just made me feel really anxious. But then I've watched a few videos of people that have done a tummy tuck diary, and that has really helped in terms of seeing how people handle the recovery and stuff. And yeah, that has really, really helped. So I think I'm just now eager just to get it done. It's 2 weeks today till I have it done. So not many runs left. I think, what have I got? I've got Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, then Sunday, and then Tuesday, and then that'll be it. So not many left. But anyway, I have to go because of Bubs has a class and stuff. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know. It was quite a good run today. My legs were really hurting, but I really wanted to push myself today to try and sort of, yeah, just get through that pain barrier. And I think I did it. I think my time was better than it was on Tuesday, but not as good as Sunday. Sunday was quite good. It was like 29 and a half minutes or something. Tuesday was like 31 minutes and today was 30. So I'm sort of in the middle. But anyway, yes, I need to head off. I've got meeting the cast of Ghosts on Friday, which I am so stupidly excited about. I'm also really terrified, because I think I'm just going to freeze up and just like act like an absolute prat in front of them. But yeah, so we've got that on Friday. So I'll most likely weigh myself tomorrow morning, because tomorrow night I'll be going out with Rosie, so we'll probably have a nice like sort of girly meal out. So I don't really want to weigh myself on Saturday after that. So yeah, I think it'll probably be wise if I weigh myself tomorrow. And also, yeah, obviously I weighed myself yesterday and I wasn't happy with the weights, but weight wasn't an issue when I got weighed and everything, and like we talked about my weight at the assessment and stuff. So it's not an issue, and obviously I'm going to be losing a lot of fat and a lot of flesh anyway when they do the operation. So yeah, it's no biggie. I think it's more if you gain a load of weight after the operation and then lose it, that's when it becomes an issue. So as long as I don't gain after I've had the operation, I should be fine. But we'll see. Anyway, I really have to go. So yeah, most likely see you Saturday. As you know, this is the solution I have to take every morning. The one you would have seen yesterday is the one I have to take after lunch. That was the first day yesterday, but I've been taking these for about a week now. So it's like this gel that I have to then dilute with half a glass of water. It's not too bad. Tastes a bit like sort of orange juice. The one yesterday was worse, but yeah, so I have to take these all throughout my treatment, I think. No, I've got this week, where, because I have a checklist on what to do, what ones I need to drink. So I need to drink this one before breakfast all this week. Then I have the tablet and the powder after lunch. And then I just moved to the powder and the tablet after lunch the week before surgery. And then on the day of surgery, I have nothing. I don't have anything. And then day after surgery, I have to go back to the tablet, or it's post-op. So I have to have post-op tablet and sachet. And I also have to spray in my mouth. Don't ask me why, but yeah. And then it goes on to back to having twice a day, having this before breakfast and then that after lunch and then that before breakfast. So 45 days of all this goodness apparently. But yeah, it's not too bad. So I received the shaper things, like the garments I have to wear post-op. Received those yesterday, I haven't looked at them yet. I might unpack them Saturday, show you guys what they look like. I'm gonna order a little table that I can have while I'm laid up in bed. And I'm thinking I might buy a pillow as well, one of the like wedge pillow things for when I'm laid up in the hotel room. So yeah, but anyway, I thought I'd just like talk to you guys for a bit because I got the house to myself. Yay! Husband has dropped Bubs off at his class, and then I'm gonna go and pick him up because I haven't had a chance to have breakfast yet, and I'm feeling quite meh, so I need to have my breakfast before I do anything. So yeah, just omelette, cheese omelette. And also husband has gone out to get some lettuce because I ran out of lettuce because the lettuce I had for this week was literally like that big. So yeah, need a new lettuce as well. But anyway, yes, I'm going to make my breakfast. So again, I will probably see you Saturday. Hi guys, so it's Saturday, very tired. Had a very stressy, emotional day yesterday. I went with my bestie Rosie to meet the cast of the BBC TV series Ghosts, who I've like loved for years, before they even did Ghosts, because they did Horrible Histories, and obviously I loved the books as a kid. And then when they made it into a TV series, it was even better. So yes, it was very scary meeting them, someone with social anxiety like me. So I kind of just completely froze up, it was a bit awkward. But I managed to pluck up the courage to ask like one of my favourites. Well, they're all my favourites really, but Ben Mulbond is like my favourite at the moment. He plays the captain.
What the bally hell do you think you're doing, sir? What have you done with the tanks? You turn that back on this in... Where are you going? Right, no, if you were dead, I would thrash your bottom, sir.
And yeah, I asked him for a photo and he obliged. So it was, yeah, so that was really nice. It's one of those things you look back and you're just like, oh, if only we did this and only if we did that. And it's like, oh. That's the only problem now is I'm just thinking, oh, we should have done this and we should have done that. And there's all these teeny stalkers on Twitter who are talking like they basically bought them a shit ton of presents, and they filmed their reaction to the presents and stuff, and they're like, oh, they were so excited about this, and they were really emotional about that. And it's like, you posted the video, I don't know if we're watching the same video, but they weren't that emotional. But it was nice of them to get them a gift, I guess. And I think if I was in their shoes, I would be flattered if I was given those sort of gifts. It was really sweet. But yeah, I remember being that young and like overexcited about things. But anyway, yes, so obviously I'm very happy about my weigh-in from yesterday, and it just shows because obviously all of Thursday, or like on Thursday, I just really made a point of drinking as much water as possible. So I managed to drink all of the 2 bottles, because I have to drink 2 of those bottles, the big bottle that I got. 2 of those as my quota for the day, and I did that on Thursday. Woke up on Friday and I'd lost 3 pounds since Wednesday. So yeah, it definitely makes a difference, I think, to keep on top of your water. Didn't manage to do that yesterday because yesterday was a really busy day and I feel I've got a headache because of it today. But today is going to be a lazy day. So today, or lazy in terms of we're just going to potter around the house and I'm going to try and tidy up as much as possible and like do all the jobs I haven't been able to do during the week. And I think that was it. So yeah, that's going to be the thing for today. But yeah, it was just I think I'm still on like the come down from yesterday. But yeah, so then I've got 1 full week left until my operation. I think as I was talking to my friend yesterday, it's just I just want it over and done with now. I just want it done so I can get on with like the recovery. I still need to buy myself a pillow, like a cushion thing, especially because I'm having to stay overnight in another hotel, so I want to make sure I've actually got enough pillows and stuff and enough support if I'm staying somewhere that's not my house. So yeah, so I need to do that, and a little tray as well so I can have my laptop on so I can be editing and watching Ghosts. So yeah, I think that's everything. I can't think of anything else I was going to say today. No, I think that was everything. So yeah, that's it. But anyway, excuse me. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. You can also follow me on social media, all the links will be down below. And on that note, I'll say love you guys and I shall see you all in the next video. Bye.